Okay, this is video number 4, July the 13th, 2020. It's a little after 6 p.m. in the evening. The temperature here today, actually right now, has dropped considerably from earlier today. You can see, and I'm going to zoom in on this spot right here, so you can see how the property has opened up at the water. We're sort of excited about the next phases of how all of this is going to come together. You have to excuse this crunching noise and the shaking of the camera because this stone that I'm walking on is a little bit tough on tennis shoes. So as you can see also too, the dirt pile is still basically the size that it was the other day when I took the number 3 video. It looks like Scott parked his skid steer up above these mounds of dirt. I don't know how he got it back up here, but he must have went a roundabout way to get through these 2 mounds of dirt that we have stacked up in the corners. We were here yesterday. Diane and I were here yesterday to do some clearing, brush clearing down at the buffer zone along the shoreline, and we want to show you how that looks today as it is now that all of the grading has been completed. The next part of this is going to entail the surveyor coming back to run steel rebar to mark off where all the footings are going to be. You can see how all of this down below here is leveled off. And again, this little corner right here where you see the pin, this flag, this represents the front right corner of the house itself. This is approximately where that's going to be. And I'm not going to go to the edge because I don't know how stable this cliff is right here. But the guys did a pretty good job at leveling things off. I'll zoom in over there. That's the left front corner of the house, and it stretches all the way back to where the grade is risen toward the back end of where the house is going to be. And then, of course, I'm panning out so you can see a little bit of the visual aspect of how the back end of the property is going to look. Let me go around. I'm not going to go across this ledge right here. As I was saying on the last video, I don't know how stable this ledge is, and I don't really want to take a dive 10, 12 feet down below. So let's take a walk around the right side, and we'll have to, well, see, I can see where Mark brought his skid steer back up top. So we kind of basically skirted these piles of dirt. I'm kind of glad in the way he did, and levels it a little bit of this walking area down for us. But yeah, I didn't think this would be as big amount of dirt as it actually is, but it is what it is. Mark was just telling us, and actually we just got off the phone with him, that we're going to have more dirt than we need. Is that my glove? Maybe. Hey, hon, can you pick that glove up for me? And this is, I'm going to give you a wow effect of how this is going to actually look. We have everything cleared out to do additional work besides the foundation, or the footings actually. We're going to have the septic system company come in and trench all the field drains. The tank's already been installed. And again, I'm panning out so you can actually see how this visually looks. We're trying to methodically put all of this together, so we're taking into consideration all the equipment movement that we have to allocate across the property. And again, you can see this ridge right here. This represents the level of the basement. It right now, as we go to finish this off, it's going to be 454 feet above sea level. And this is Mark's equipment right there. And we'll take a walk up here so I can give you another visual aspect of how the shoreline is going to look when the concrete is poured and we have the basement set up and all of that. And just so you can see, where I'm going to stand is right about where I suspect the entrance to the Four Seasons room is going to be. So you can see across the lake, the southern end of Reynolds Plantation, which is about a little over 2 miles from here. And then as you get into our cove, I can't remember, is that Water's Edge or is that Great Waters?
Water's Edge.
Water's Edge. This is an offshoot to the Reynolds Plantation subdivisions, but you know, as you can see, some of the homes over there are pretty much high end, and folks over there really take good care of their properties, which is great. Over to the left and rear, I'm going to show you how they elevated the grade here to accommodate this basement cutout, which I was saying before needed to be done because of a couple of different reasons. But here again is the elevation of this top of the septic tank. It's a 1,500 gallon tank, and the field drains are going to be off in that direction. There's going to be about 375 feet of line that's going to be buried. And then once that's done, Scott was telling us and then buried, he's going to dump almost that entire pile of topsoil back there for the grass we're going to try to grow out back. So the rest of this material here is going to be used for backfill. Once the foundation walls are up and the basement slab is poured, most of that dirt is going to be pushed inside between the walls and the rest of the virgin soil that's behind there. So with that, until next time, we'll be shutting this down.